This video is sponsored by Christoph Frey. For excellent poly horror games, check the link in the description below for some of his works. Previously on Survive the Blackout. So let's go and just talk for a second. You're strange, Jack. Nani? No, wait, huh, why? And so the journey continues. What's up, y'all? Boogie Night here, and welcome back to Survive the Blackout. First of all, I do want to apologize if I seem a little clammy. My AC's broken. It's about 81 degrees Fahrenheit here, so if I do the conversion, for all you Europeans actually run on Celsius, that is... about 26, 27 degrees Celsius. Anyways, so now you know why. So let's move on to this game. When we last left off our band of miscreants, we had successfully evaded quite a bit. We hit our next crossroads, and now we're in the city, another area I have not been to. We also were able to get a new perk on Sarah, known as the Savior. We have 2 canes. Sarah still has the knife, Anne still has the rope, and Jack still has the crowbar. Meds and food look good. Everything looks pretty good. So with that being said, let's hit the road, Jack. Literally, yeah. Alright. What dangers will await us now? We arrived at a place that must have been a market before the blackout. Somehow it remained a gathering place, and we saw a group of people talking on the other side of the square. Maybe there's something interesting to say. Don't go or go past. Let's see if they have anything interesting to say. It was a bold move. The kid gazed at us angrily and said we were quote-unquote them. Apparently someone was asking about our group. Okay. That's creepy. What do you want? They didn't want anything from us, but they heard people were looking for us. Apparently someone was blaming us for a murder, but it wasn't clear who did we kill. Who did we? We haven't killed anybody. Do we look like killers, or that's cool. Who was it? One person said that a woman was looking for us. Another mentioned an armed group. Someone else claimed there was a strange kid who was asking around. It doesn't seem plausible. They're lying. What if? What if indeed? Nothing's changing our morale, so I'll just say they're lying. We were already on our toes as it became clear that this place may not be safe for us much longer. We hurried out of the square. I think we ran into something similar in Season 1 with the, what's it called? Hang on, I'll fix my camera. There we go. We ran into something similar in Season 1, I want to say, when we were in the suburbs, but it is safer on the road, so let's just move on. After another turn in the road, a house emerged from the trees. What shall we do? Jack? Sarah? I mean, Sarah... She could scout, but let's go ahead and use Jack, because I do want to see if I can get another perk for him. Jack led us straight to the house. We could see a cellar entrance nearby. The site looked derelict, but it could just be an illusion. It was so peaceful as if the blackout didn't happen. Let's go ahead and have a look. We've got a warm blanket. Brilliant. Energy drinks. Crowbar. Nothing. Nothing. And... okay. I mean, I'm not too perturbed because we have a decent amount of supplies. The place seemed so still, once again, when we thought about the silence that came to the world when the constant buzzing of cars stopped. The world has changed so much. Let us be on our way. Send me on my way. No, I'm just kidding. No one's gonna get that reference anyway. When the early sun rays broke through the morning mist, shapes of city buildings appeared on the horizon. We should leave and let's find out what awaits us. I'm having flashbacks to the first level when there were gunshots around the more popular area, so we should just go ahead and leave. Nothing will stop us on our journey. That's the way. That's the spirit. A group of people were in the middle of throwing someone out from a derelict building. Okay, I think this was something we saw in earlier. No, this was something we saw. I distinctly remember this happening. Let's see if this impacts any of our things. Let's go ahead and watch. That moment, an older woman came out asking what problems were they trying to solve with this. Would killing a sick man help? The group hesitated but let go. She wanted to talk to us. Yeah, let's talk. She told us how her son broke down after his wife died during the blackout. Okay, this is something that I have seen already. Usually in the first level, but I could be wrong. Oh, hey, check it out. That is Sarah right there. It could be Alex. I don't know who that is. He became the scapegoat for the group, the reason behind all their misfortunes. They shouldn't treat one of their own like that. What use is a group if they treat you like... Okay, let's go. They got rid of the weak. I mean, it's true. What use is a group if they treat their own like that? Ahead of us was a house and a dirty-looking kid sobbing. Someone called for him from inside, but he didn't move, only shrugged. Didn't we run into this in the first level? I feel like this was a scripted event. How are we? Are we back at the beginning? Odd. Come closer to the kid. Get close to the house. Not a problem. Let's go. Let's talk to him. The kid stared at something in the distance as if we weren't there. He was bruised and even younger than we thought at first. We could talk to him kindly. We could wait for him to speak, or we can make him talk. I mean, you catch more snakes with honey than vinegar, so... The kid stared at us silently for a while. When he finally spoke up, he revealed that his dad was mad at him today because he ate the last can of soup, but he was hungry. We're not robbing them, alright? We could talk to the parents. That seems the more reasonable of the one, or just not our business. Let's talk. Even though I'm pretty sure I know where this is going to go. The kid was horrified when we walked inside the house. The wife, her eyes black and swollen, stared at us with fear. Quote-unquote, Daddy. Yeesh. Sat on the couch staring at the dead TV. Threaten the guy so he'll face reality? It's no use. Let's try and talk to the wife. The wife didn't want to hear anything we wanted to say about the kid. We were intruders here, and she prayed that her husband would ignore our presence. It's no use. Let's go. As we left, the little kid observed us from one of the windows looking hopeless and scared. His life had to be horrible. This will show them how life really is. No. Blackout only brought out what was already wrong. Why do the kids have to suffer so much? We're not just going to say hit the road. We're going to have to go with this last one. We heard a family guy berating his family from quite a distance. He didn't seem to mind if anyone else heard him. Is this a continuation of the last one? I think so. But we don't have Sandvi or Bori, so we can't say, or it can't be helped. Not that it matters, because they're pretty much all negative. It's not our problem. Suddenly, the shouting stopped, but we didn't care. We had our problems. That's the spirit. Onward and upward. I do like how the light is getting closer as we go. A boy cried at the side of the road, his face bruised. He didn't really pay attention to us. What happened here? We could leave him alone, we could find out what happened, or we could rob him. This is tough. Because we ran into this in a previous instance. Where the girl pulled the knife on us. Let's go and leave him alone. For a long time you heard his cry, then you noticed all the broken furniture on the ground, possibly tossed through a window, and book pages flying from buildings. Something was not right here. There's nothing to worry about. The faster we go, the better. This is going to impact our stamina, but we need to bust a groove. We heard someone screaming and a loud noise of breaking furniture somewhere above us. We should be prepared for everything. Move further from the walls. Yes. Someone threw a heavy bookcase with books inside through the window. We managed to jump away from it. Yikes. Let's go. We're doing okay with everything so far. Obviously, Anne being the younger, her stamina's going to drop a lot quicker. Something was off. We had an uneasy feeling that we were being followed. Again, was it this place, or did the Blackout play games with our mind? I'm pretty sure we ran into this in Season 1. Like, this could be the end of this next level, but we should lie in wait. Not long after we hit, a group of armed men appeared on the horizon. Our guts were right. Maybe they won't notice us. Hide deeper inside the building. Yeah. We heard the kid we met earlier screaming to someone saying where we went. One of the bandits sighed and said that their boss wouldn't be happy if they didn't find us. Go on. Well, Where the fuck are we? Yeah, I'll probably censor that out. Focused on escaping, we ran into a building only to realize it was an old slaughterhouse. Great. Discarded bones and bloodstains were everywhere. The place stank, but had Bennett, I guess, but has been picked clean. Okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the end of this level. Go on, the exit should be near. Getting out wasn't easy, but we were trapped in a labyrinth of debris and rubble. We finally got out, stepping on some bones and other things we didn't want to think about. We're fortunate. We thanked whatever gods looked over us that we were still alive. Questions circled our heads, leaving us restless. Nevertheless, we hit the road hoping for no more surprises. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Okay, yeah, in Season 1, I'm pretty sure this was the end of this level, but let's keep going. Nope, this is it. A strange group appeared nearby. Hidden from their sight, we could safely overhear them making laugh of the only girl in the group, ask them for help. They might have resources, ambush them, listen carefully. They laughed in the girl's face for her feelings to her last setup, a naive boy who still believed Faith could help him. It made him easy prey for them, especially with their cult-like dress-up. Oh. You know what? Steal their supplies. We grabbed the closest backpack silently, not alarming the group. Somehow, when we sneaked away, we heard cries and screams. The group accused the girl of our theft. It's life now. Jerk. We ignored that and checked the backpacks remaining in a safe spot. Except for the resources, we also found crumpled leaflets of some cult with notes how best to use it to deceive people. Oh, we got more food. Okay. Well, we did hear tales about a cult, so it is what it is. We came across an obstacle. A fast-flowing river blocked the road forward, and the nearby bridge collapsed some time ago. Okay. Sarah can scout the area for a way through, of course, because we don't have Alex, and we're not going to try and ford, and we're not going to try and swim. So she lost a little stamina and a little satiety, but Sarah did manage to find a crossing, and soon we were on the other side of the river. Great job, Sarah. Onward. A sound like a terrified cat reached our ears, followed by some shouting. What was that? Cat's in trouble? Yeah, let's go with Anne. I remember this one. Anne ran towards the noise and met a strange group of ill-looking men gathered around a tree. The cat was hiding in the canopy. The men were furious while the animal kept hissing at them. Okay, let's use Anne. I beg you, please leave it alone. Morale went up a little bit. Those people scorned Anne. They were starving here, no supplies left, and the roads were too dangerous now to move from here. They had to provide for their families. Sadly, I have a sneaky suspicion if there was an apocalyptic incident where we had to resort to hunter-gatherer mentality's sake, I feel like domesticated animals would be the first one on the chopping block, as much as it pains me to say that. Anne? The cat used the distraction offered by us and escaped. The group was furious. One of them stopped another from taking a swing at... Oh, come on, you jerk. Deprived of all hope, they went on to search for food. Good job, Anne, though. Her morale went up, so I'll take it. Let's go. Yeah, this is definitely getting intense. We marched late into the night. Before the blackout, our path would be much more comfortable with lamps illuminating the way. Now is just darkness all around. Let's scout the area first. We found a small cottage on top of a small hill, hidden but with a perfect view of the surroundings. The sky seemed to shimmer with stars, and the mountain with the light was visible in the distance. It's, I mean, we need to rest, so let's go ahead and spend the night here. Stamina went up, everything went up except our satiety, that's fine. The house was dark and quiet. Nature seemed to be completely different in the darkness. It felt as if we were the last surviving humans on the planet. I mean, I guess that's comforting in a little bit of a way. I'm not sure. But I'm happy that our stamina and our morale is skyrocketed. Satiaty's fine, but it doesn't matter because we have 9 food. And we have 4 meds, so I think we're in relatively decent shape. So we can now move on with new energy. The sun comes up. The road ahead was straight. A dangerous wasteland laid in front of us. If there's no other way, then off we go. Okay, so we have been to the wasteland, I think, and that's when things shifted in Season 1. We were closer to the light than ever, but a hostile land lay ahead. The wasteland didn't seem approachable. Let's go. I kind of see the light there. A large boring sign. Okay. indicated we were approaching a logistics hub. Soon we saw abandoned trucks in the parking lot and a gigantic warehouses, hopefully filled with valuable items. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm not gonna check the logistics hub. I'm gonna say check the trucks. Most of the trucks were emptied, pallets covered the ground along with discarded packaging. On the other side of the parking, we saw some untouched boxes on the back of a trailer. I feel like this is a setup, but go on then, check the boxes. Someone picked through the first few boxes, leaving everything else untouched. Most of the truck was overgrown with thick mold, feeding off thawed pizzas and microwave dinners. Let's just go ahead and move on. I don't want to get anybody sick. We got pretty close to the light. The burden of what happened recently got our spirits down. What a way it is now. A wooden handmade sign was nailed to a tree in front of us. Maybe we should camp here for a moment? Let's check out the sign. We hoped for directions or information, but instead found a set of warnings. Apparently, there was a toxic spill nearby and rabid dogs. The last notice regarded a madman in the area. It's not that unusual. We should look around, though. There was a stack of boards underneath the sign. One asked Eve to come home. Another covered in paint that still hasn't properly dried said that she was already there. There's nothing of interest here. I mean, it is called a wasteland. We moved on and left the sign behind us. The crossroads we just passed were one of many we encountered along the way. Okay, so I think the way this is set up is you have Area 1, and it splits into Area 2, and then kind of crisscrosses to Area 3, and then comes together. So it's almost like two diamonds, and then followed by straight lines. So that's pretty good, actually. Oh, here we go. A group of armed men ambushed us. There wasn't much cover, so running away was an option. Fight them, snatch their guns, or surrender. We don't have a bulletproof vest, so let's go ahead and fight. We jumped at them, and they waited for us to come closer before, as if they wanted to play a little before they'd stomp on us. Well, we got a knife. The knife created a bit of a distraction as the bandits didn't expect us to retaliate in such a way. We fled. Let's go. So we lost a little bit of stamina, but we didn't lose any health, and that's what matters. We came by another empty house. Parts of it have burnt down, possibly after the blackout, and the building was left to rot and decay. Stay out front, check the backyard, come inside. It looks too suspicious. Well, remember, the last time we thought there was a peaceful house, a fire caught inside, and I'm not too concerned about supplies. We could say it wasn't the safest place to live, because already part of it was burnt out. We found an old toy in the middle of the road. It was rugged, but surprisingly clean. What shall we do now? Anne, what do you think? Anne thought for a moment and decided to find the toy's owner. Unfortunately, no kid was to be seen around. Shall we search a little more? Let's just take a look. Yeah, I mean, it's not going to impact anything, so let's go ahead. We found small footprints leading in and out of an old shop. Through the barged, I'm going to say banged, through the door, we could see some old bloodstains leading inside the place. There's no one around. Let's have a look. Search, but be careful. Nothing. Bupkis. Crowbar. Nothing. And nothing. Not again. It's a miracle that we managed to find a shop with supplies intact. We didn't find anything, though. The world has changed so much. It's true. It's so peaceful here. Maybe we could find a spot to rest. The stretch of the road was pretty peaceful. We felt that it could be an excellent spot to stay a little bit, rest, and think about our journey so far. Let's go ahead and search the area to make sure we're safe. Obviously, we lost a little bit of stuff. That's fine. There's no one there but us. What is that? We heard movement in the woods and started worrying that someone or something was watching us from behind the tree wall. Let's go ahead and search the place again. It's okay. I mean, we got plenty of stuff. We surveyed the area again, but didn't see anything. Keeping our guard up was, however, straining. We were too anxious to sit and rest. Better safe than sorry. We'll camp out in a little bit. A man in weathered clothes approached us slowly. From his looks, we could tell that he's been on the road for quite a while. Yeah, let's find out who he is. The traveler greeted us, but kept his distance, looking as if he was ready to flee at any moment. He was trying to get as far away as he could from the mountains, as it got too dangerous there. There's no safe place left. We are going to the light. Yeah, let's be honest. The man warned us. Life in that area was unbearable for those not prepared enough. Military roamed in the region trying to take over. Okay, so we did get to this part in Season 1. Let's go ahead and let's just thank and move on. Advice is free. Once again, I don't know what it's going to be like as we go further into the game, so I kind of want to hoard the supplies. He didn't answer, but touched the brim of his hat as a farewell gesture. We could hear him whistling a chipper tune for a while. Interesting. Oh, no. I have to. An old guy shouting from a distance. It took us a bit, but we could understand him screaming, "Pam, where are you? Stay a while and listen." Look, I accidentally did the Deckard Cain voice in Season 1. I had to, alright? It seemed that he was oblivious to everything else. I know this instance well enough, so it's okay. The man continued calling out to someone called Pam. He looked lost as if he didn't fully comprehend where he was. Yeah, I'm going to hell, I know. Something's not right here. As we observed the man, he was frantically walking back and forth and only sat down when he ran out of energy. Are you okay? The man seemed lost. We were pondering what to do when a boy appeared saying to him, "It's all right, Grandpa, let's go back." Do you need help? The boy shook his head. His grandfather was off his medication. There it is. And he couldn't comprehend that his daughter died 3 months ago. Let's go. We're going to set up camp for just a second because I want to give Anne an energy drink to kind of get her satiety up to or not her satiety, her stamina up to snuff. Drink her up, boys. Well, it's better than I anticipated. I mean, Jack kind of has low one too, but once again, I kind of want to regulate so when the stamina gets low, we can stop, sleep, and eat at the same time. But I do want to look at our inventory really quickly. We got 2 blankets. Enhanced stamina to increase. Let's go and equip that. Actually, no. Let's unequip this. Equip the letter. Let's give Anne the toy. Enhanced morale increases. Sure. Actually, no. Let's give her this blanket instead. Cain. I kind of want to keep the rope at just to be safe. What the hell's going on outside? We'll leave that as is. Okay, so I think we're okay. Let's go. Let's do this. We packed up the camp swiftly. The light awaits us. A lonely crying kid came to us from nowhere. We didn't see anyone else from around. Be careful, crouch to the kid. What's the problem, kid? Called it. The kid gazed at us sadly and ran away at the very moment a group of scrawny people ambushed us. We're gonna fight, kids. They were weak and exhausted by some illness, and it added desperate strength to their fighting. Well, we have the knife. Morale went up. Aha, eat it. Despite their desperation, they ran away as if they didn't want to risk an attack. Hang on 1 second. Fix that. Fix the camera. Sorry, y'all. Despite their desperation, they ran away as if they didn't want to risk an attack on too difficult prey. Yeah, eat it, kids. I'm glad I disabled the QTE so we could think a little bit. The house creaked. It seemed empty, resembling one of those haunted mansions abandoned a long time ago. Let's get closer. The front porch seemed wretched, just like the rest of the house. As we peeked inside, it looked like there could still be something interesting inside. Let's go ahead. Let's go check it out. Something under the floor trembled. What should we do? Run to the window. The floor we stood on collapsed on our eyes. I guess probably before our eyes. Surely this place was in worse shape than we thought. We're lucky to be alive. Yeah, well, once again, I'm not too concerned because... Oh, God, Jack is... Okay, so after this, we definitely should stop, give Jack an energy drink. A woman came running towards us. She begged us to help her sick son, whose condition has been getting worse from a few days. She needed meds and food. Okay, so we'll give her food. She was so happy. We're the beacon of hope. We have to worry about our own supplies soon. Actually, no, we don't. I mean, they're all happy. That's awesome. Look at Anne. She's got like the UWU face going on. Very cute. Very cute. The woman thanked and hugged each one of us like we lit a spark of hope in her eyes. I mean, we have enough food, and we'll find more, so I'm not terribly concerned. Good deeds come around. Okay, while we check the shelves of some old shop for goods, a hostile group of people emerge from the back. They immediately move towards us. Let's try to flee before they reach us. We should surrendering. No. Let's hold tight and fight. Run. We lashed... ah, damn, we lost food and energy drinks. Oh, well. We lashed out to the exit, leaving some of our supplies behind in a rush. Even though we made it alive, we were still unhappy about the lost supplies. If we were... At least they're not following us. Recent happenings have made us uneasy. We were passing by a house that looked untouched by the Blackout. Its doors were wide open. This area was scarcely populated. Could we find some resources? Stop for a short rest. We need to look. Or not. As we approached the house, not expecting anyone, as we crossed the threshold, we started feeling uneasy. When we entered the living room, we realized what was wrong. Death. So much death. We froze. Sarah? Jack. Well, Sarah, she's the scout. But Jack has the keen eye. Jack kept his cool and investigated the place, ignoring the writing on the wall that promised us death and bodies. Let Jack roam a little bit longer. Jack stopped and moved quickly to the window where he saw a tall silhouette moving away from the house. He couldn't figure out who it was, but we had a feeling it was the murderer. Don't put yourself on the line, boys. The silhouette soon disappeared from our sight. We slowly crawled out of the damned house. We were lucky we had enough of this hell. Okay. Yikes. We found a low, half-burned apartment building in which only a coffee shop on the ground seemed to be intact. What shall we do? Sarah, would you be so kind? Sarah went there to check and found no living soul in the vicinity. Before the Blackout, it must have been a popular place. Now it was nothing more than a reminder of the better past. Let's go ahead and search. Yeah. Energy drinks. How about some food? Okay, so we almost have our food back. Just one more and we should be back up to snuff. 2 would be preferable. But let's do this. As we walked, we smelled something foul. Whatever it was reeked of rot. We should avoid this place. It's depressing, and now there's no one to bother. Did they move away? Why couldn't they do something with the trash? Okay, the reason I avoid the place was last time in Season 1, we actually happened upon a bunch of bodies, and we lost stamina, and we lost morale. Even though we tried to avoid this place, we didn't manage to escape the smell. From time to time, we passed more abandoned litter. Let's go. We're actually going to go to camp because I want to give Jack an energy drink. That way we can go a few more instances than sleep and eat. I appreciate that. Yeah, no problem. Appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it. Let's do this. We packed up the camp swiftly. The light awaits us. We'll do a few more instances and then call it a session. My voice is starting to go, but the road ahead was completely blocked by a thick old tree. It probably fell sometime after the Blackout. No one was left to take care of such things. Jack, what you got? Jack advised us to be careful, and he was right. Thanks to him, the bandits' attack didn't surprise us. We fled just in time. Booyah! We're lucky. No, we got Jack. There's a difference. This store seemed to be more run down than any other that we saw lately, with broken shelves and empty boxes scattered on the floor. Let's take a look. Nothing, nothing, nothing. A thermoactive shirt. Hey, hey. Bupkis. Nothing. Alright, fine. Let's go to camp quick because I do want to look at this shirt quickly. Pull up Jack. All true wanderers need it. Decreases fatigue while walking. Well, Jack's stamina... Actually, let's give that to Anne. Because she seems to be having the most stamina loss. And then we'll go 2 more instances and then call it a night. Yeah, because Sarah's getting low on energy. The heat made the road in the distance look like a mirror, and we could barely walk on the hot asphalt. The summer was almost over, but it was too hot even for the summer. Let's find a place to wade it through. Let's go on. Let's look for a better path. So we lost some more stamina. That's okay. With some effort, we managed to find a path that allowed us to stay in the shade. Our trek became a bit easier, but it was still exhausting. What is this? Let's look for some water. What is this? We found another animal carcass lying by the spring. Lovely. Torn to pieces by some predator. There was no way of telling whether the attacker was a Rembo, so we shouldn't linger. Pick up the pace. We left the place in a hurry, setting a pace at which nobody could go after us. It was the safe tempo, but also exhausting as hell. Yeah. We approached what must have been an airplane crash. Okay, so we saw this in the distance when we first came to this area. The broken hull and debris covering most of the area. It must have fallen when the blackout started. Yeah, let's go ahead. Our chances of finding anything worthwhile weren't high. It'd been there 3 months since the crash. To our surprise, only half the plane was torn to pieces. Yeah. Many of the seats were still taken, some by rotting corpses, others by charred skeletons. A couple of compartments still contained luggage. Let's look for the food. If any food survived the crash, it was probably gone by now. Slowly moving away from the hull, we felt grateful that we were on the ground when the blackout struck. Alright, so we are going to have a long sleep. We are going to eat. Thank you, Anne. Sarah, you are next. And Jack. Alright, so we have made a decent amount of progress. Not too bad, actually. I'm kind of pleased how we're doing with this. Yeah, I'm thinking we're getting close to the end of this game. But I don't think this is going to be the end of Survive the Blackout. I think there will be a Season 3, as we still have more areas to do. But once again, let me know what you guys think of this. What do you like the most? What do you think needs improved upon besides the translation? I already know that, yes, the Swedish to English translation is a bit wonky, but from a gameplay standpoint, it doesn't impact it. Yeah, I'm very curious to see what you guys think. I read every comment, and I try to reply to every comment. As always, a big, big thank you to Baby Bison Games for giving me a free copy of this. I really do appreciate it. I hope what I do is giving you what you're looking for promoting this, because it is fantastic. So, of course, that being said, before I call it a night, if you like the Boogie Night Project and you want to find out more, I do have a Twitter page, as well as a public Discord channel, and links to both of those are in the description below, as well as a link to my temporarily defunct Twitch page. And hey, if you are interested in doing something for the Boogie Night Project other than the liking, subscribing, commenting, sharing, which my gratitude knows no bounds, but if you are sick and tired of hearing me grumble about the state of my computer, I do have a Patreon where for as little as $1 a month, you get access to exclusive content, such as the patron-only section on my Discord, as well as patron-only playthroughs, which go up every Saturday, and I do take patron requests. And know that all assets are going towards me getting upgrades to my computer, starting with some RAM to see if I can put a poultice on this, then eventually a new rig, and then after that, a better camera, a new headset, and eventually a microphone so I can put out quality content and even possibly return to streaming. So big, big thank you to my incredibly sexy patrons. My gratitude knows no bounds. I'll be changing my thanks shout out to include new patrons very soon. So once again, I hope y'all have a fantastic night, and I will catch y'all on the flip side, alright? Peace. Hey y'all. While my gratitude knows no bounds for every single bit of love and support y'all have shown for me over the years, there are a few people that I legitimately want to take a few minutes to thank for their unending help and support. First of all, obviously Christoph Frey, not just for being a sponsor of the Boogie Night Project, but also for letting me use his music from GABA Transistor in my streams, as well as him kind of coming up with his own little fragment for my new introduction to the Boogie Night Project. And speaking of introductions, the intro as well as my YouTube banner page were done by the amazing Oren. You might know him as Oren VDK, as well as Oren from Couple Cakes. Thank you so much, Oren. I really do appreciate the time you took to put together everything from the banner to the beautifully done introduction that merged perfectly with Christoph's music from GABA Transistor. So big thank you to them. And also, this would not be possible with the help of my extremely amazing patrons, both current and former, such as Lexi Kitty, Silverleaf, Barry Grave, Harkov, Jiray, Larian, and Oren, as well as a few others that have come and gone over the years. Y'all, this would not be possible without your help. and your support. I know I have not been able to provide much in the way of giving back in Patreon rewards, but I am in the process of revamping my Patreon as well as the rewards that I can do, so be prepared. I know I joke about it, saying that if you're morbidly fascinating, check it out, but if you do want to give to the Boogie Night Project, that is the easiest way to do so, and I am legitimately setting aside funds to buy more hardware for my computer, as well as making things look more professional. But once again, very big thank y'all to everybody who has supported me from the beginning all the way to the present, as well as those individuals that have gone out of their way to help. So once again, guys, thank you so much for all your constant love and support. My gratitude knows no bounds, and I'll catch you on the flip side, all right? Peace.